शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Hari Om. A very blissful morning to all of you. Welcome to this beautiful, gorgeous, most attractive, holiest of the holy temples which is within our own selves. My loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru, Papa Swami Ramdas of Anandashram, Kanjangad, Kerala, and my beloved parents. We have been trying to understand the meaning of all her names. Our Tripura Sundari, Jaganmata, Lalita Parameshwari's 1,000 names. We have been chanting. We will continue to chant, but now there is a change. When we understand the meaning, the emotion well up in the heart, and we get tears of joy. It's really joy to chant this Sahasranama when we know the meaning of it. We have completed up to 90 shlokas. Now the 91st shloka. Tattvasana tattvamayi panchakoshantarasthita nissima mahima nitya yauvana madashalini. Tattvasana. Tattva and asana. She is sitting on the asana which is made of tattvas, the principles, the concepts. There are 24 such tattvas. They are 5 jnanendriyas, pancha jnanendriyas, and 5 pancha karmendriyas, pancha prana or pancha vayu, prana, apana, udana, vyana, samana. These are called as pancha pranas or pancha vayu. Then shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. These are called as tanmatras. This is the vishaya for our sense organs, for our jnanendriyas. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, 20. Now the next 4. Antakarna, manasu, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. So 5 karmendriyas, 5 jnanendriyas, 5 pranas. Then 5 tanmatras, 20. Now the rest 4. Manasu, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. These are called as the 24 tattvas. So she is sitting on this tattvasana. Asana made of all these tattvas. Tattvamayi. This one pada, one word is divided into 3 names. Tat, tvam, ai. Tat, that. Not this, not this, not this, not this, that. You are that. Tat. Then tvam, you. Tvam means you in Sanskrita. Tvam means you. You are that Parabrahma. Then the third nama in this word itself is Ai. Ai means Amma, mother. Maharashtrians, in my language of Maharashtra, they address their mother as Ai. It is having more of love than respect. We definitely respect as well as love our mother. When this word is used, Ai is used, love is more than respect. Generally, we are not scared of the mother. Slightly, we are scared of the father. Rather, in our generation, we were very scared of father. Present generation, probably the children are not scared of the father. So here, it shows that we are having more love towards her than respect. That is I. Then Panchakoshantara Sthita. Panchakoshas. There are 5 sheaths or layers in our body. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. We also know that our body is divided into 3 types. Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira. So this Annamaya Kosha is Sthula Sharira, what is visible outside. That is Sthula Sharira, Annamaya Kosha. Then Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. These 3 koshas put together becomes Sukshma Sharira or subtle body. Innermost layer, Anandamaya Kosha, is Karana Sharira, causal body. So, here it says that Panchakosha Antarasthita. She is residing in all these 5 sheaths of our body. She resides in all the Panchakoshas. Nissima. Nissima is without any boundaries. Sima is a boundary. Nissima, there is no boundary at all. Like how you say Ananta, there is no end at all. When there is a boundary, there is an end. There is no boundary at all. It is open or Ananta, Nissima. Mahima. Mahi is earth. Ma is mother. So Mahima, one of the meanings for Mahima is Mother Earth. She is Bhumitayi or Bhudevi. Then another meaning is, we know this, Mahima, miracles. What kind of miracles each one of us have experienced? At least, it may be very minor at that moment, but definitely we have faced her kindness, her compassion, her love towards us. There may be so many incidents. One very minor incident in my life. I was working in a college in Hyderabad. One day I was going by scooter from my college to house. It was highway. It is Hyderabad-Bombay highway. You know, in the highway, all the vehicles go very fast. So I was going and suddenly the vehicle stopped. My two-wheeler stopped and the wheels were not moving. So sudden there was a jerk and it stopped. Just behind me there was a huge truck. I just pushed it. Remember this, wheels were not moving. If the wheels are moving and it is not working, the vehicle is not working, you can push the vehicle. This wasn't so. The wheels were not working at all. They were not turning. They were not moving at all. So I had to simply drag the vehicle to the side so that the truck does not pass on me, does not run over me. So I just pushed it. I don't know with what energy I have pushed it. Pulled it to one side and the truck passed. Then I am trying to push it. I was not able to move it at all. It was a heavy vehicle. When the wheels are not moving, it is not easy to drag it. I still don't know how I dragged it. It was not me, definitely not me who dragged the vehicle to the side. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been here today. I'm sure that every one of us would have faced some or the other situation. It may be very minor at that moment, but still we have seen her hand guiding us or protecting us. So there is no end for her mahimas or miracles. The way she protects us, we can never even imagine what fashion she can protect us. So this is her mahima, which is Nissima, no boundary at all. Nitya Yavana. Yavana is youthful. She is always youthful, ever young. So this should be one of our targets because our aim is to become like her. So we all should be ever young. Body may become weak, but internally that enthusiasm should always be there. That is what is Nitya Yavana. So why not we all try to be youthful always? May not be look-wise, but internally all of us should be evergreen. Madha Shalini. Mada is In a way, it is like ahankara, but here it is not from the negative perspective. Shalini is charming. One is talented. Another meaning for Shalini is charming, beautiful, divinely beautiful. So here, Mother Shalini means she is always in the samadhi state. When we observe somebody who is always in a very happy state, or after doing meditations, after that high level of meditation, how do they look? They look so bright. Eyes are red, but charming they look. So that kind of Mada out of that Paramananda, that kind of bliss, she always in that blissful state, so she looks so charming. So Mada Shalini. The next one is Mada Ghurnita Raktakshi. Once again the same. She is always in that blissful state or samadhi state. Whenever a person goes into samadhi state and when they open the eye, person opens the eyes, you can see that the eyes have become slightly red because of that kind of focus. Same thing here, Mada Ghurnita Raktakshi. Her eyes have become red or looking red because of this Mahadananda, because of that kind of bliss. Similarly, Mada Patala Ganda Bohu. Patala is light red color, not dark red. Light red color is Patala. Ganda Bohu, Ganda is cheeks. Her cheeks are looking so pink and beautiful. That is why Shalini. Why they are pink? Whenever we observe a person who is happy and blissful, always, no worries, may be very difficult to find such a person, but even when we observe our own selves, we are happy in one day. Then when we look into the mirror, face looks so bright because that is the effect of happiness on the body itself. Whenever we are depressed, again we go in front of the mirror and watch ourselves, observe it. It looks so dull. We ourselves don't feel happy by looking at it, looking at our own reflection in the mirror. So she is Mada Patala Ganda Bohu, looks very charming and the cheeks have become very light pink and looks so beautiful. Eyes are red. She looks so charming. Next is Chandana Drava Digdhangi Champeya Kusuma Priya. Chandana Drava Digdha Angi. Angi is all the parts of the body. Anga. Anga is part or organ. Every organ of the body she has applied Chandana or Gandha. Who has applied? We devotees have applied. She has not applied. We devotees love her so much and all the devotees worship in various ways. There are so many devotees follow this ritual of applying Gandha and Chandana to her body. So the whole body is smeared with Gandhalepana or Chandana. Champeya Kusuma Priya. She loves this champak, the flower, sampangi, they call champaka in Kannada, it is sampige, champaka. This flower she is very fond of. So Champeya Kusuma Priya. Kushala Komalakara Kurukulla Kuleshwari. Kushala. She is always expert. Whatever work she does, she is an expert in it. What is the work that she does? This we have seen. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Tirodhana and Anugraha. We are aware of the first three, but the third, fourth one and the fifth one also we have already learnt it. Tirodhana and Anugraha. Yogaha karma sukaushalam, says Krishna Paramatma in Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, Karma Yoga. Yogaha karma sukaushalam. Whatever work you do to the best of your knowledge. Don't simply do it just some naam ke vaste. That is yoga. So she is here performing that kind of yoga, Kushala. Komalakara. Komala is soft, tender, delicate. Her body is very soft, very tender and a delicate body. Komalakara. Kurukulla. Kurukulla is a goddess or a devata who resides in Sri Chakra. And she resides in between our ego and that Atma. You know, there is a very thin layer or a veil. Once we lift this veil, then we merge with Paramatma. So she is residing in that particular place between the ego, Aham, and Jivatma. That is Kurukula. Kuleshwari. Here Kula is the group of Shat Chakras. Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna. These are the Shat Chakras or 6 chakras. These 6 chakras put together is called as Kula. Controller of this Kula is Kuleshwari, our Jagannmata. Kula Kundalaya. Now, again this Kula is group of Shat chakras. Kunda, there is a pot. Like how you plant. One plant, where do you put it? You put it in a pot. So, if you think that this Shat chakra is like a plant, now the base is Mooladhara, that is called as Kula Kunda. The base of this group of Shat chakras is the first chakra, Mooladhara chakra. That is called as Kula Kunda. She resides there. In the later namas, we are going to see the different names of the different devatas who are residing in each and every chakra. Now, Kula Kunda, referring to Mooladhara chakra, she resides here. How? In the form of Kundalini energy or Kundalini Shakti, in the form of a snake, which is coiling around this Mooladhara chakra in 3.5 circles. We must remember, all these chakras are not organs. You don't find them. If you cut open our body, you don't find this because it is not an organ. It is an energy center. So she is in Kula Kundalaya, Kaula Marga Tatpara Sevita. Kaula Marga. One meaning for this Kaula Marga is all the tantras. You know, there are so many different varieties of tantras to worship, especially goddess. So, Kaula Marga Tatpara Sevita. There are so many devotees who worship her through these tantras. She is being served or worshipped by such people. Another meaning for Kaula Marga is each and every family, every kutumba has got its own way of worshipping God. Just to give a simple example, Varalakshmi Vratam. Some people have the custom of keeping the kalasha. Some people worship without kalasha. It depends on each family. What kind of system mother-in-law, our grandparents, ancestors have used or performed, in the same way we are supposed to do that. So, Kaula Marga here is our family customs. I am worshipping according to my family custom. You may be worshipping according to your family customs. So, she is being worshipped by all people in different ways. One way of worshipping is Samayachara. What is Samayachara? Doing Manasa Puja, no rituals, no idols, no photographs, but Manasa Puja, Samayachara. The other one is Kaula Marga, doing all the rituals. Then Kumara Gananathamba. Kumara is Subramanya, Kartikeya, Shanmukha. Gananatha, Ganesha. Amba is mother. She is the mother of Ganesha and Subramanya. Ganesha represents Buddhi. What does Shanmukha represent? The 6 emotions or 6 vargas, Shad Varga, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are called as Shad Vargas. Generally we use the term Arishad Varga, which means enemies. But it is not exactly so. These Shad Vargas can become Mitra Shadvarga or our friend if we turn them inside. Internally, if you turn them, then they become Mitra Shadvarga, not Arishadvarga. Now, Shanmukhas, each face represents this each Kama, Krodha, Lobha. These 6 faces are Shanmukha. So, we are worshipping Shanmukha so that all these Shadvargas are turned inwards. Kama. It should not be a Kama of the world, not a worldly desire, but a spiritual desire. Yes, Kama is needed, but it should not be worldly desire. It should be a spiritual desire. I want to learn Lalita Sahasranama. I want to chant. I want to learn the meaning. I want to implement it in my life. So this kind of desire is spiritual desire. It is needed. Krodha. We show anger on others. Are we angry on ourselves? Now we should turn it inward. We should be angry on ourselves whenever we break our rules based on our sadhana. I have taken a vow, but I am breaking it. I should be angry with myself. How can I do this? Instead of that, we are angry on others. So this Shanmukha represents this Shadvarga. We are calling it as Arishadvarga. We should make it as Mitra Shadvarga. When we turn it inward, it becomes Mitra Shadvarga. She is the mother of this. So she is the mother of Buddhi, which will make this 6 faces turn inward. Buddhi as well as Shadvarga, she is the mother. Tushtihi. Tushti is happiness, contentment, tripti. That is the manobala. Similarly, Pushti. Pushti is physical strength. Physically, we should be strong. Both are needed. Physical strength, mental strength. She is the one who gives us, who blesses us with these. Matihi. Buddhi, intellect. Dhrutihi. Dhruti is, we have already learnt it so many times in Bhagavad Gita. Dhruti is courage, being bold. Especially Sankalpa Shakti. Bold is not for going out to fight with somebody or anything, not to attack anybody, but to keep up that Sankalpa Shakti. Yes, we need lot of Dhruti. Dhrutihi. Shantihi. All of us know it is peace. Swastimati. Swasti is Mangala or Shubha. What kind of Buddhi? Mati is Buddhi. Swastimati. Mangala. The Buddhi should be especially very, very pure and should be very auspicious. Swastimati. Kantihi. Kanti is Swaprakasha. Brightness by ourselves, by herself. Do we have this brightness by ourselves? In the darkness, when we go, we will not be visible to anybody. Some light should fall on us. Only then we will be visible. She is not like that. Look at sun. Wherever sun is, he is bright. You don't need any other light to look at sun. Oh, in this darkness, how will I search for sun? If sun is present, he is Swaprakasha. He will be definitely visible. In the same way, she is always Swaprakasha. Nandini. Nandini is a holy cow, a divine cow like Kamadhenu. Nandini was there. There was a cow by name Nandini in Vasishtha's ashrama. A Vasu by name Dyo. Vasu by name Dyo. His wife gets to know about this Nandini and she tells her husband, please get that cow for me. You know, if that cow gives us everything, then I don't have to cook anything at all. Whatever I order, the cow gives me how happy I am. So Vasu's wife also requested that Vasu to get that cow. So he goes to Vasishtha's ashrama and drags that cow and takes it away, steals it. Vasishtha comes to know about it and he curses this Vasu called by name Dyo. You be born in earth as a human being. Oh, what a great curse it is for a Vasu to be born as a human being. He comes to know about it. He comes running to Vasishta Ashrama and falls at his feet and says sorry. So Vasishta says, okay, now you are repenting. So I cannot withdraw that curse. But you will be born and immediately you will die. You will come back again. Oh, Dyo was very happy, went back home but did not return the cow. So Vasishta gets angry again and again he curses. May you be there for a very, very long time on earth. So this curse is the effective on Dyo, and later he comes to earth as Shantanu and Ganga Devi's son, one of the very, very important characters of Mahabharata, Bhishma Pitamaha. He lived for more than 250 years, I believe. Only then he was a Chamarani, then only he goes back. So this is the story of Nandini, the holy cow. Vignanashini, she destroys all our hurdles in our lives. All difficulties are destroyed by her, Vignanashini. Tejovati, all tejas. You can see some people who have got tejas in there. That kind of an aura is there. So she is having that kind of aura. Trinayana, she has got 3 eyes. 3 always represents either gunas, sattva, raja, tama guna, kala, bhuta, vartamana, bhavishyat kala, or avastha. 3 types of avasthas we have seen. Awake, jagrana, jagrat avastha, then swapna avastha, sushupti, deep sleep. Either awake or in the dream state or deep sleep. These are the 3 avasthas. So many there are triads. She represents all these. Rather, her 3 eyes represent these. Lolakshi, Akshi, that is eyes. Eyes are going here and there, running here and there, moving all over. Why? She has to take care of all of us. Everybody is her child. So she has to be alert. Lola means moving, oscillating. Kama Rupini, she is in the form of desire. Whatever desire we get, she is in that form. Malini, she is wearing variety of garlands, including the garland of Akshara. All the Sanskrit Aksharas, she is wearing it as a garland. Hamsini, Hamsa. We have already seen the qualities of Hamsa. Purity. Then the second one is walks slowly. That means we have to think and then only keep the next step. Before taking decision, we have to analyze the situation and then only take the decision. And the third one is, if a mixture of milk and water is given to a Hamsa or a swan, it separates milk from water. In the same way, this world consists of good and evil. It's for us to separate and take only good for us. Understand evil and just leave it. This is one aspect of Hamsini. The second aspect is Hamsa, our breath. Like when we breathe in, inhale, hum, then sa while leaving. There are so many people who meditate like this, do dhyana with Hamsa. They call it as Hamsa dhyana itself. It is said that for our one inhalation and exhalation, we take 4 seconds generally. A normal one, 4 seconds. So in 1 minute, we take 15 such breaths. In 1 minute. In 1 hour, 900. 60 multiplied by 15 is 900. 900 such breaths. In a day, 24 hours. So 900 multiplied 24 is 21,600. If we are chanting continuously with the breath, this is known as ajapa japa. Then 21,600 times we are chanting per day. That is why generally they say that chant any nama for 21,000 a day. That means with every breath we are taking. So she is like this. She expects us to be Hamsini. With every breath, her smarana should be there. Mata, mother. Malayachala Vasini. Malaya is a mountain which comes in south part of Karnataka and Kerala. Malayachala. Malaya mountain. She resides there. Sumukhi. Mukha is face. She has got a beautiful face, so Sumukhi. Nalini. Nalini is once again lotus. Her every part, every organ is tender and soft and beautiful, attractive like a lotus. So Bru. Bru is eyebrow. Eyebrows are so shapely, so beautiful. She gives all her commands through eyebrows only. One of the shlokas from Saundaryalahari, Adi Shankaracharya beautifully says that you are giving orders to Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, etc. Just no talks, just by your eyebrows. You know, dancers, you can make out how they lift their eyebrows and show all the expressions. Shobhana. Shobhana is beauty. Beauty is the divine beauty. You see some of the beautiful people, by looking at them, especially ladies, girls, by looking at such girls, they may be beautiful, but the males get the sexual desires. This is not so. Shobhana is not so. She is divinely beautiful, divine desires. By looking at her, you derive, whether male or female, we get such kind of divine desires. That is Shobhana. Suranayika, she is the leader of all the Devatas. Kalakanthi. Kalakanthi is wife of Kalakantha, that is Nilakantha, Shiva, who has kept that swallowed poison, halahala, and kept it in his throat. Kantimati. Kanti is that radiating kind of buddhi. Buddhi which is very, very useful in spiritual field. See, many of us are intelligent, but maybe in the worldly affairs. I may be an engineer or scientist or so. I may be very good at it, but still it is the worldly field. Kantimati is that kind of intellect which is very sharp in the field of spirituality. Kshobhini. She creates the kind of waves in our difficulties, ups and downs. She is the one who creates this ups and downs in our lives. Sukshma Rupini. She is in the very, very subtle form. As we have seen, she actually doesn't have a body. She is there in the very subtle form. One is Kamakala Rupa and the other one is Kundalini Shakti. Vajreshwari. She is like Vajra. Vajra is diamond, the hardest metal. She is very hard like this. Vamadevi. Shiva has got Pancha Mukhas. Tatpurusha, Sadyojata, Aghora, Vamadeva and Ishana. These are the 5 mukhas or faces of Shiva, which are facing the 4 directions, north, south, east, left. Vamadeva is the one which is on top of the head and looking towards the Akasha or sky. That is Vamadeva. His wife is Vamadevi. And another meaning for Vama is left. We know Vamachara. This is not supported by Vedas. Too many tantras are there, too many rituals are there, not supported by Vedas, but still it is there as a ritual in our customs. Vamadevi, Vayovastha Vivarjita. She never becomes old. Nitya Yavana we have seen just now. Vaya Avastha. When we become old, when we are old, we face so many difficulties. She doesn't have all such problems at all. Vayovastha, Vaya Avastha Vivarjita. Siddheshwari. All kind of siddhis. She is the Ishwari for varieties of siddhis. Siddha Vidya. Ayurveda, Nadi Shastra, all these are called as Siddha Vidyas. Ayurveda people, the doctors, I don't know about the present day doctors, the previous those days, the doctors were so good that even if they wanted to pluck one leaf or a fruit or flower for their to make the medicine, herbal medicine, they would pray to the tree. They would pray to the plant and then only pluck, because they worshipped nature. Pray to that tree, saying that first one is sorry, I am plucking a leaf or a fruit, it may hurt you. I'm using it for the purpose of somebody's health, to make somebody's health better. That is the purpose. Not that I should become famous, not that I should earn more money. This was not at all there. So she is in that Vidya, Siddha Vidya, Siddha Mata. For all such Siddhas, she is the mother. Yashaswini, she is always successful in all her activities. All the work that she does, she is always successful. So with this, the 11th chapter called Siddhi Buddhi Bhavoddipana Yoga, this gets over. Now the 12th chapter starts Shat Chakro Parisamsthita Yoga. About all the chakras, in what all fashion she is residing and where. Wonderful, wonderful adhyaya. Vishuddhi Chakra Nilaya Arakta Varna Trilochana. Now talking about Vishuddha Chakra, which is there in the throat. We have already seen this while talking about Parapashyanti Madhyama Vaikhari, the 4 levels of Nada Brahma. So in the Kanta Pradesha, throat chakra, it is called as Vishuddhi Chakra. So this chakra has got 16 petals. You can imagine that as a flower with the 16 petals. And this represents Akasha Tattva. From here below, 5 chakras represent the Pancha Bhutas. This chakra, Vishuddhi Chakra, represents Akasha Tattva, ether. Arakta Varna. Arakta Varna is pink color. The color of this chakra is pink. Trilochana, she has got 3 eyes. Khatvangadi Praharana. The Devata's name will come later. This particular Devata holds Khatvanga. This is one kind of weapon like an axe. Khatvangadi Praharana. Adi, not only one, there are many more. Starting with Khatvanga. Khatvanga Adi Praharana. Vadanaika Samanvita. Eka Vadana. One face. The goddess who is residing here has got one face. Light pink color. 16 petals. Khatvanga Adi weapons. Let us see next what they say. Payasanna Priya. This goddess loves Payasa Anna. Anna is either rice or food. Payasa, she likes Payasa. Twakstha, Twak means skin. Where does she reside? She resides in the skin. That means all over the body she is residing on our skin. So whenever we touch skin, see skin, not only ours, anybody's, we should be reminded of our Jagan Mata, because she said that, rather the Vashinadi Vak Devatas saying that she resides in skin. Pashuloka Bhayankari. She is Bhayankara, terror to Pashu. Who is a Pashu? For us, an animal. We also come under this category because Pashu is a person who is not interested in knowing about Parabrahma. If you are interested in knowing about Parabrahma, you don't come under Pashu category. Otherwise, we come under the Pashu category. She is a terror for such people. Why? To bring them to this path. Such people should be brought to this particular path of Parabrahma. So, she is a terror to them. Many a times we are also scared of some particular rules. Fine, for example, traffic signal fine. Just because we have to pay fine, we follow the rules. In the same way, she is becoming a terror for us, so that because of the fear, we will follow the rules, or we will follow the path of Parabrahma. Amritadi Maha Shakti Samrita. She is surrounded by 16 petals are there. So 16 Devatas are there. Who are they? Amrita Adi. The first goddess is Amrita. The next Akarshana, and so on. There are 16 Devatas, each one sitting on each petal. She is surrounded by 16 such Devatas. Her name is Dakinishwari, Dakini. The goddess who is residing in the Vishuddha Chakra, the name is Dakini. One face, light pink color, Payasanna, Khatvanga weapon, and Amrita Adi Devatas are surrounding her. She resides on our skin. Next, let us move on to the next chakra. Anahatabjanilaya Shyamabha Vadanadvaya. Next one is heart chakra, Anahata chakra. This has got 12 petals. And this represents Vayu Tattva. Vayu is air Tattva. 12 petals and Vayu Tattva. Shyamabha. Shyama is dark green or dark blue. This is the color of this goddess. Vadanadvaya, 2 faces. Vishuddha, 1 face. Anahata, 2 faces now. Danshtra Ujjvala. She has got Danshtra, tusk. Like how the elephants have tusk. So this she has got Ujjvala Danshtra, bright and sharp Danshtra. Akshamaladi-dhara. She is wearing mala of Aksha. Either we can say Rudraksha or Akshara also is okay. Akshamaladi-dhara. Rudhira samstita. The next layer after the skin is blood. So she resides in the blood. Rudhira samstita. Kalaratri adi shaktyaugha vrita. She is surrounded by Kalaratri Adi Shaktis. So many different people, Devatas are there. How many are there altogether? 12. 12 petals are there. In each petal, one Devata is residing. Starting with Kalaratri. In one of the books, I read that this Kalaratri generally appears the day before we die. This is what I have read in one of the books. She comes to us and gives us one clue. For some people, she gives a clue that your end is nearing, rather tomorrow. Kalaratri adi shaktyaugha avrita. She is surrounded by Kalaratri, etc. Devatas. Snigdha udana priya. Snigdha. Snigdha is ghee. You know, we give children rice mixed with ghee and salt. Make it balls and give it to them. Children love this. She also loves this kind of food. Snigdha udana priya. Mahavirendra Varada. Here Veera has got some different meanings. One meaning is our senses. Mahavirendra. Controlling our senses. This kind of vara she gives us. Varada. Mahavirendra Varada. Controlling the senses. We need to be very, very courageous in this if we want to control the senses. It's not easy to control them. So she blesses us with this kind of capacity. The other one is for the warriors. For those kind of Mahaviras, she used to bless them. Like Arjuna. She used to bless such kind of warriors. And the third meaning is orators. Whoever is interested in talking about her, she blesses them. Mahavirendra Varada. Now the name of Rakinyamba Swarupini. The goddess name who resides in this Anahata Chakra is Rakini. Rakinyamba Swarupini. Remember this. Rakini is none other than Lalita Parameshwari in this form. That is why Rakinyamba Swarupini. She only is there in this particular form in Anahata Chakra. The third one now. Manipurabjanilaya Vadanatraya Sanyuta. Manipura Chakra, which is below the Nabhi, just behind the Nabhi or navel chakra. Now, there is some variation in the presentation of this element. Some places it is said that it represents Jala Tattva. Some places it said that it is representing Agni Tattva. Adi Shankaracharya in Saundarlari changes the direction. He puts Swadhisthana first and Manipura next, whereas Vashinyadi Vagdevatas have put this first and then only Swadhisthana. This has got 10 petals. 16, 12 and the third one is 10 petals. Manipurabjanilaya Vadanatraya Sanyuta. 3 faces. 1, 2, now 3 faces, Vadanatraya Sanyuta, Vajradika Ayudhopeta. Now Ayudha is Vajrayudha. She is holding Vajra Adi. Not only one, many more are there, but starting with Vajra. Vajradika Ayudhopeta, Damariyadi Bhiravrata. Damari. She is surrounded by Devatas, 10 such Devatas, starting with Damari. Raktavarna, red in color. Mamsanishtha, she is there in the mamsa or flesh. Skin, next is blood, and the third one is flesh. Mamsanishtha. Gudanna Pritamanasa, she loves Anna with jaggery. We make payasam with jaggery and rice. So she loves this kind of food. Samasta Bhakta Sukhada. She gives sukha to all her devotees. Samasta Bhakta, whatever kind of worship that we do, she gives sukha to all people. Lakinyamba Swarupini. Her name is Lakini. Once again, Lalita Mata residing in this Manipura chakra in the form of Lakini. Move on to the next chakra, Swadhisthana chakra. Swadhisthana Bhujagata Chaturvaktra Manohara. Swadhisthana chakra is just about the reproductive organ, Jananendriya. Just above this organ is this chakra called Swadhisthana chakra. It has got 6 petals. Chaturvaktra Manohara, 4 faces. She is so beautiful with 4 faces. Shuladi Ayudha Sampanna. She is holding Shula. Shuladi Ayudha Sampanna. Pita Varna, yellow color. Ati Garvita, she is very proud. Once again, proud is not from the negative perspective, but from the positive side. Where does she reside? Medonishta, in the fat. Next to flesh is that kind of fat is there. She resides in this fat. Madhuprita, she loves honey. Madhu is honey. Bandhinyadi Samanvita, Bandhini, she is surrounded by altogether 6 devatas, starting with Bandhini. Bandhinyadi Samanvita. Dadhyanna Sakta Hridaya, she loves curd rice. Dadhyanna is Dadhi Anna, curd rice. She loves to have curd rice. Kakini Rupadharini. Her name is Kakini, the one who resides in Swadhisthana chakra, which is just above the reproductive organ, is Kakini. Move on to the next one. Mooladhara Mujarudha Panchavaktrasi Samsita. The base one, just above the anus, just above the Maladwara, Gudadwara, is Mooladhara chakra. Now Mooladhara Mujarudha Panchavaktrasi Samsita. 5 faces are there. Panchavaktra. Vaktra means faces. Face. Only 4 petals. About the number of petals, it is not given here. 4 petals are there. 5 faces are there. Ankushadi Praharana. She holds Ankusha and etc. weapons. Varadadi Nishevita. She is surrounded by or worshipped by Varada Adi. Altogether 4 devatas, starting with Varada. Mudgaudana Sakta Chitta. The kind of food that she likes is Mudgaudana. This is prepared by using green gram, pesaru, green gram, rice, coconut, jaggery, etc. in a particular proportion. There is a particular proportion. It has to be done methodically or systematically. She loves that kind of food. Sakinyamba Swarupini, the one who stays in the Kulakundalaya. Kulakunda is Mooladhara chakra. Who stays here in the Mooladhara chakra? The goddess is Lalita Mata. Her name in this particular chakra is Sakinyamba, Sakini. So she is residing in this Mooladhara chakra as Sakini. So 5 chakras, Vishuddha, Anahata, Manipura, Swadhisthana and Mooladhara are over. Mooladhara represents Bhutatva or Prithvi Tattva, earth. 5 elements are over. Now coming to the Ajna chakra, which represents Manas. Ajna Chakrabja Nilaya, Shuklavarna Shadanana. Ajna Chakra in the center of between the eyebrows where we put this bindi. This is Ajna Chakra. It has got only 2 petals. It represents Manastattva. Shuklavarna, white color, represents purity. That is why Manas should be always pure. Then Shadanana, 6 faces. 6 faces is Shanmukha. So Shanmukha resides here to purify our mind. This is very carefully we should understand. We are not worshipping Subramanya for anything else. This is for to attain this purity of mind, or Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, this Shadvarga to turn inward. We are worshipping Subramanya. Shadanana, Majja Samstha. She resides in Majja. What is Majja? Bone marrow. 1 minute, I think I missed that. Panchavaktra, Asti Samstita. Previous one I missed, I am sorry. Muladhara Chakra, she resides in Asti Samstita. Asti. Asti is bone. Previous one, Muladhara Chakra, she resides in our bone. Now this Ajna Chakra, she resides in our bone marrow. What is left now? Skin, blood, flesh, then bone, bone marrow and fat. Everywhere she is residing. Majja Samstha, Hamsavati, Mukhya Shakti Samanvita. Only 2 petals, only 2 devatas. One is Hamsavati, another one is Kshamavati. There are 2 devatas sitting on these 2 petals. Hamsavati, Mukhya Shakti Samanvita, surrounded by Hamsavati and Kshamavati. Kshamavati is not given here. Haridra Naika Rasika. Haridra Anna, yellow rice. She loves this yellow rice. Hakini Rupadharini, the goddess who resides here in the Ajna Chakra, her name is Hakini. So 6 chakras, Shat Chakra explanation is over. Now coming to the topmost chakra, the 7th chakra called Sahasrara Chakra. Sahasrara Muja Rudha Sudha Sahasradala Padmasta Sarva Varnopashobita. Sahasradala. Now this Sahasra Ara means petals. How many petals are there for this chakra? Thousands. Not necessarily only 1,000, thousands we can say. Lot of petals are there. Sarva Varna Upashobita. Which color? All colors. All colors. She is so radiating in all colors. Sarva Varna Upashobita. Which Ayudha? Sarvayudhadara. All kinds of weapons she is holding here. Shukla Samstita. Where does she reside? Shukla. Here it is Shukla means Virya. Virya. Semen. Ova. What we call as the reproductive minute things are there, which is there in the male as well as female body. She resides in this. We call this as Virya. So she resides in this Virya, Shukla Samstita, Sarvatomukhi. How many faces? Thousands of faces. Everywhere, in every direction you see. Sahasra Shirshaha Purushaha, Sahasrakshaha Sahasrapat, says Purusha Sukta. Same thing here, Sarvatomukhi. Every direction you see, faces are there. Sarvaudana Prita Chitta. Which food does she like? Sarvaudana. Any food or every food she likes. So easy for us now. Earlier they said Payasanna, Gudanna, this Anna, Mudgaudana. We don't even know how to prepare probably. If people like me, we are not very good in cooking also. Now it says Sarvaudana. Anything you eat, you just offer it to her. Because she loves it. Whatever we like, we can simply say that she likes it. Because Vashinyadi Vagdevatas have said that Sarvaudana Prita Chitta. Her mind is there in every food. So just before eating anything, offer it to her. I know that you love this. So you first have it, then I will take it as prasad. We need not have a separate ritual of taking it to God's room, keeping it in front of the photograph or idol or taking it to temple. If you want to do, well, you are most welcome. but it is not compulsory. We can simply offer it because she is there in us. In all these rupas, she is there in all our chakras. She is there in skin, blood, flesh, fat, bone, bone marrow and virya. She is there. Can we find a place where she is not there in our body? She is all pervading. But at least when we understand this, oh, she is there on my skin. Oh, when I am touching my skin, yes, I am touching her. This kind of feeling should well up. That is why Sarvodana Prita Chitta, the goddess who resides in this chakra is Yakinyamba Swarupini. In the roop of Yakini, Tripurasundari Jaganmata Lalita Parameshwari is residing on the Sahasrara chakra. Such wonderful explanation of chakras and her presence in various ways. Swaha, Swadha, Matir Medha, Shrutihi, Smrutiranuttama. Swaha. Swaha is Agni Devata's wife. Agni Devata's wife, one is Swaha, another is Swadha. Two wives for Agni. Swaha. Whatever we put it into the Yajna or Homa Kunda, we generally say Swaha, Swaha. Why to Yajna Kunda? Pranaya Swaha. Don't we say that? Apanaya Swaha, Udanaya Swaha, Samanaya Swaha. Jataragni. In the stomach, there is Jataragni. She is the one who carries that harvest to the particular Devata, like a postman. You have performed a Yajna. In this Yajna, you have given harvest to particular Devata. She is the one who carries it, what you have put in Agni. She is the one who carries that harvest to that particular Devata and gives it to that Devata, delivers it to that Devata. That is done by Swaha goddess. Similarly, Swadha. This is for our ancestors, Pitru Karma. We do this Shraddha, Tithi Karma, etc. for our ancestors. In that also there is a small homa. In that, this is Swadha who carries it to that particular Pitru. The harvest that we offer to gods are called as Havya. The harvest that we give to the ancestors is called as Kavya. She is the one who takes it to that concerned Pitru, that is Swadha. Mati. Mati is Buddhi. Medha. Remember this. Medo Nishta is Meda, not Dha. There it is bone marrow. Alpa prana Da. First Da. Meda. Now here it is Medha. Dha. Mahaprana. Medha is intellect or Buddhi or intelligence. Meda is bone marrow. Shrutihi. Shruti is Veda. Shruti is what we heard. What we hear is called as Shruti. Vedas are given name as Shruti because they were heard. Earlier there was no writing of Vedas also. The teachers, the Guru would teach the Vedas to the students or the disciples, and they have to listen to it and learn it. Not like how we have today computer, we store it, we don't remember anything. We have to simply open the file and see, this is Veda. That is why Shruti, Smriti. Smriti is, Shruti is very difficult to understand. A common man cannot understand Shruti because it is there in a very high level of language. Normal people like us cannot understand Veda. That is why Smriti was written. Smriti is written by human beings, whereas Shruti is not by human beings. It is by God. Manusmriti. Manu wrote this interpretation of Veda in such a fashion that we, general common man, can understand. Manusmriti represents Niti Shastras, Niti. Different kinds of rules are given in Manusmriti so that we, general common man, can understand. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram. Shankaracharya has explained about Veda, Shruti, Purana, everything. That is why such Shankaracharya, our namaskaras. Anuttama. There is nobody beyond her. Nobody is better than her. Uttama is better or Shrestha. Now here Anuttama. She is the highest one. She is the greatest one. She is the supreme one. There is nobody beyond her. That is why she is known by the name Anuttama. With this Nama, the beautiful chapter called Shat Chakropari Samsthita Yoga is completed. So in the next session, we move on to the next chapter, the 13th chapter. I am sure that you also feel that this is a wonderful chapter. For me, this is my favorite chapter. It explains about all the chakras, in what fashion she is residing, where is she residing, how many faces are there, what is the Shadanana and what does he represent, what does Subramanya represent. All these are beautifully explained by Vagdevatas. And when we chant at least one chakra, if we remember, then we can give a pause there. Yes, she is residing here, she is residing here, she is residing here. So like this we can simply keep on contemplating. Then we should get that anubhuti. Yes, she is there in me. This kind of experience is really, really wonderful. So let us keep chanting her name or his name, whatever name, and try to derive that bliss. Maybe just one name also is sufficient. So many people get scared. No, if you chant it wrong, something will happen. Let us not be worried about all those. She is compassionate. She is our mother. We do make mistakes. She is the one who corrects us. The biggest mistake is not seeing her. Chanting okay. Taking good food and chanting is also okay. No problem if you take non-veg. Some people say that we are eating non-veg, so I should not chant Lalita Sahasranama. Please understand that no such rules are there. At least for people who chant with love, no rules at all. Namasmarana does not have any rule. There is one rule, that it should be chanted with love. With love for God, not for love for the worldly things. So let us all move towards her, march in this path towards that Parabrahma by loving her and chanting the name. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.